I signed a directive declaring a high-profile person a fugitive from justice. This person is wanted by the OSP to answer charges in respect of several cases. Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. Mr. Ofori-Atta is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Ofori-Atta left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Ofori-Atta that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above.
A higher catchy TV suffocatory and a day Kaiboa Babato Pronso social media so be and susum twitwin pieces see de enyen Kaiboa papa na ebin so bekasa papa ebi bekasa de ebi bekasa nyede ne kan nyina abomu a me meti hedi de bia na mekasa asem bi ekoso wo mu na senye political na interest of Ghana na me support. Special Prosecutor declare former Finance Minister Ofori-Atta wanted. So we need pa sebin preduasa o mine hwehwe no baby a obi behunu bia na ne betwa no so no eseso we ya police force 3 ana say BNI force 3 na yetimi enye ne mu so na ehu kakra because Ghana there I think say Finance Minister now say yen nipa wasum omen say oswafo edie enka ye declare wanted no mean say me share that TB kura o ye memuda abribia no ye hwe na ono ade no koma police na afia na se bia special prosecutor ni hia na no call office na yakoto to na bisibisa na nsema o bia na bia court kura no so ba wan lawyers na so mo koba but we dey ye declare wanted. Na yentie the special prosecutor the ababonte be kan nyina wi a nkoma we akiri ye beka se sei na ebe kwa na just wo man afide nka ma hu se ye ni ebreba ase ye pegya ye mu afide nka ye sori agina brane na afide ye hu se wote se day Ghana be hia wa ye be hia wa mo be yensem bia no na menim se ye kɔ ene ye ba mu nsem no ebe wie ye dia ene book bi na kan wa se be wie ene de nyame ene yentie special prosecutor. Special Prosecutor can say we are able.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, a few minutes ago, I signed a directive declaring a high-profile person a fugitive from justice. This person is wanted by the OSP to answer charges in respect of several cases, including the following. 1. Contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Xiaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. Mr. Ofori-Atta is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Ofori-Atta left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Ofori-Atta that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Ofori-Atta was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Ofori-Atta, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers' gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Ofori-Atta's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Ofori-Atta's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Ofori-Atta to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Ofori-Atta that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Ofori-Atta purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori-Atta had been seen and evaluated, and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments. On account of this purported medical letter, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers prayed that the attendance in person of Mr. Ofori-Atta at the OSP should be fixed, taking into account the medical report from his doctors. And at 4:16 p.m. the very next day, that is yesterday, Tuesday, 11 February 2025, before we could respond to the letter that came on Monday, the OSP received another letter from Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers. This time, it was an inquiry. Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers wanted to know, and they stated that they were informed by the household of Mr. Ofori-Atta that in the morning of Tuesday, 11 February 2025, that is yesterday, 12 men, comprising 1 police officer, 4 military men, and 7 other men in plain clothing, visited Mr. Ofori-Atta's house, and that by threat of force, they were able to enter Mr. Ofori-Atta's house, and they undertook an exercise purporting to be a search of every room, office, gym, and other spaces in the house. Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers then inquired if the OSP could confirm that the actions of the 12 men were the instance of the OSP, so as to enable them to decide if a complaint to the police would be unnecessary. Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers then prayed for a prompt response from the OSP to prevent imposter action. We are now responding promptly, and we have chosen the course of answering Mr. Ofori-Atta's inquiry publicly at this briefing, considering the circumstances surrounding the purported raid at Mr. Ofori-Atta's house, media reportage of the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that some media houses have stated emphatically that the OSP was behind the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that the purported raid is being made to appear as if it was some untoward action by the OSP stemming from some contrived vendetta held by the OSP against Mr. Ofori-Atta. So, here we go. And this is our response to Mr. Ofori-Atta directly, but through you, the media. Mr. Ofori-Atta, the OSP did not raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Ofori-Atta, the OSP did not cause any persons, however uniformed or bedecked, to raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Ofori-Atta, that could not have been the OSP, and that is not our style. If the OSP enters your premises, you will not be in doubt as to whether it was the OSP that had come there, and your lawyers will not have cause to do an inquiry ascertaining whether it was the OSP. We have our unique methods of conducting searches, and we have uniquely designed insignia identifying ourselves, and not just by a statement that we are from the OSP. This is one such main insignia. A person cannot just show up and say they are from the OSP. It's cheap, anyone can say that. But when the OSP enters your premises, you will definitely know by our insignia, our methods, and the way we identify ourselves that this is the OSP. Our intelligence.
Irakin Ofori-Atta, the former finance minister of the Republic of Ghana, Amagana, yes, Republic of Amagana. Nansenyan would not be 1 year, ya. Yes, Yan so Brami in Simbiano, na so Yarini lawyers, the Abbas or Yari, a medical report near the attach, a bear attaching in Ami and Zampa. Or a dire Sabiana Bia ne state to woman in yet, and I say the condition and Nyadu be to me about the office of a special prosecutor. Ninyan Yan, this idea, yes, see and Fifeno. The war when he be trying to Subiano, Bomodi police. Now, Asemina, Margin, why you racking for Atta and Munyam for Papa Peniti said, the examine himself, I want Traho Mangana and declare wanted. No. I think say I am Guasi any bibis akra ama wo fast and offer Kufuado name of Bushia Fuina. Now, Papa, we don't say every His Excellency Nana Adudanko Kufuado tea a Banya Sono. No one send be brief up on thing, just say Anna sometimes mentiasi. Oh, Papa, even the MPs or parliament to cry, MPP MPs or parliament to cry, no ye. I just say you Kufuado ni Papa in Flona, Juma Oyen and Sweni. Ye catch us oh born boom fan left right top down niantia. You will go for advantage. Cause see self you no tenasi no am what ena oyi papa free hodi nipa foforo e buy. Nansan IMF report about bontin no mo boy rekufo ado abaso say why ade to manage economy no. Ekosi said 1 year na ye rekufo ado e yi Ofori-Atta free hodi new minister of finance buy no. Na dwumo ye no be ye fa senka wonya sa papa ne ntemo a nke bia nkan ko ba ne sa NPP for dimtwo e wo abato e to 2024 general election mu poto aye ne hwie nyi. Ye na da bia meka say me what topic bi anasa ibi am slogan bi o ma sori se mane to wansa na wanka se me hunu yanka so on the metre no ebinsi crowd das obi afre abanwa so na within a month ye hwehwe no ye declare wanted there ni muguase nanso ebi a obekom no na esese media me maka me se me ka kire me to we die Ghana na me fight man o tise ko ba na se obi edisika e wo MPP breso na wantumi amoa ma Ghana mpuntu sika ye pede abo nipa ye nya yenche no na yen prosecute no ye wie no difa yen jail no yes na me ade a me mpe wo Ghana ho ne se me police ni eche me se metwa U10 wrong e wo fe ne say na me ko DVLA mo am wo Kumase na munim Kumase no ufiri anwanaga janse na ko DVLA can say headquarters wona on say minim wo anwanaga anase we junction hono Moses onko ya on say traffic light bi wo na ye see ye ntwa da U10 ye ntwa na miduro wona police agina ho na minim in fact na mentwa nwadwene ko so da na metwa ya na police gina me say me ye ntwa nti wache me na me pake me the police gina me dia respect ntema na me pake I'm so officer this first time ni that on say din kura abusa for am hwem some behwa on say mintimi emho ho din ni because on say wo ko sane akọ DVL ho na sa ayi bi no me nim da me duru won so no sign I was see wo me ehunu say ye ntwa no sign no so ni ho em say wo mo sign board kito bi am say blue say so ayi tuntum tu hu ena me ni police kasa say me hunu da me do me man bu me man me nyam fom so wo ba bi asi ntwa me pentem akoy me duru kura nso awi to wo me sre na on me hunu say next time abusua ye gina mu amene ni di nkoma oh no obi sunso abetwa otwa ya wo starting so sopo na wo ro glass ne call for na boga no ma no wa wave no boga na ekro no ade na me ye ya police say nya wa cheme no obi abetwa boga e wana mzimi tu mika on tiase ma me nko ai na police ni ba kwa be fronam say na bunya adwuma ne me du be chiri kuma se sa ba bia me pe na meja awasi amu me mpese ya e be call na say bia obi ye obi nte no but who the abusian for mo hwen nsem amekan mo hwen nsem amekan me ma police ni no so to ayi DVL obi di ko chiri me na me ba ne case kan bi ja ne kwa ma ne ba fi I'm telling you because where baby an kam ni be gina no ade ayese obi nye wo gina wa no obi abeyo ne ya che ya we boga che se boga bond your mouth dollar wo me ko fia ko jisika se bi o man be ni ase sebi ase ye nwene ase enimu nyansa sebi ya ma man na ye entete kwafo sebi nkurasefo man police service nyama tan enti meka we ya meka me di ko sise wo be na mra na chi obi because ye wa haya na sesie no clear nkofo a ekufo adodo om kokoto nyina no nipa more than 10 yes ya clear om nyina obi amfa ne ho nkodi ye nto aso biem na ye be chi obi nso abedi na sem ebre yi mu too strange me to me there say obia say papa kinofoliata difa Ofori-Atta difa adai wo che Ghana mara mimi mamia me chan kora ase wodi Ghana sika ye mfa ne nkotum ne bone so akatua na aba meti ase ba beba ne say obi beko ye begyae no obi akone ye de na tomu a emwa wo man na so mudwie enti mesere say special prosecutor gina brane no hwe won na di abayi so mfinhia nwatwetwa mu a ye fa mane atete ye mu ahokyere dollar akuduru 17 ene ade no se obi di sika no wa moma mpanyire kufu ado antimi anya sika amfa mu man ya ye nche no emfa ne kokot emfa ne ntum me de no de I support na mom ye wie ne sa ne onko NDC time obi so di sika ye wura kufu time obi di sika yewura wa yenhwehwem sa na mepesa ade ne ye na nye fefe na yenyi sika pudu hodo omo ye ma contract awanye munche won 8 years omo mpanyire kufodo me ma contract bebre omo gigi sika nkane ho sika omo ye den munche electricity problem ba ho ye nyina yenim ECG how e ba ye yenchichi wo bibia na sika wadie no yenye we are expecting another 4 years in government nyame atom yewura chontramani Mahama His Excellency of the Republic of Ghana ono so abegia banwan okọ me ye sure say papa itimi chichi nkofo tomu a ebeboa mo no so ahwena na montutu ye because manchewa a woncheme eno na Ghana ye de ikọ no we ba o nya hwe ye gya no o ba nya even president kura na nke de ne kokoto a kama ne beje kwa yeah, the president kokoto now also sitting president also are ready waiting for the next 4 years and as 8 years I'll be free so now also are ready say me free so am next 3 months me meet him court you rap akosim do me kan was I will meet you with 11 lawyers no say many ambere nti abusan for de eda ho no me de me madwen no so for keche for Ghana ye yenti yenchi bi nemum na o ma ete so twɛn the next 8 years say musumu free so a ye be hwehwɛ musumu nsemu Ghana be ye de nemum ye koyei ye kira de boye kotodwam ye jai de we kiri de okoto de ne bodwe nyanya nkire omfa ne honko saa de ne ya anye fe ti ye hwe de be free maba mani age say ye free ministers ye free mpanyimfo ne atitiri se wo meyi nsema no mani age I'm very very happy for Ghana we kire se oman no ye nyini ko ye nim Ghpage TV ni wo be subscribe to channel no be like na fi comment to the about comment section mani be je ne nyina to ebu ase akenkai for anything you can call me 0242836029 me da wase na maka achira wo say nyame nhira so ogibre na wotie me na wo share me programs ema afoforo ema mo hwe aseda kese na me de mama boafo enyina ma Josephine Ampong ma Stella Yewura Kofi Manu ene edom pempem aka mokra yemu nkoso enkra na fia na maintain case onso nyame nhira ene odom bebre feel a day glorify Airbnb in the kramasne ma me de dwumedi bre won kan pompuni mantem se wo ba awpe baby adade a apartment in kan baby a Barcelona Spenters through the wa ene wo o ba be 3 weeks Ghana 1 week 3 days super baby ada apartment we nye a hotel upgraded hotel a che say e manu aduane amawo ye be ma free wifi security ye tight pool wa obedware bibia wo ye bia hwe kan say rooms papa bi wo hwe best spread the wo che say dining halls ne ante menua bono so from cry and you say ma free transport two fra brochire na e ba no booki fa number na to so ma do mo booki oni pa kro oh ba from France, Italy, Germany, Canada, Spain, Belgium, whatever. I will free baby. I know they fat ne buki ya. Now plane you who say baby lande Ghana terminal 3. This time I be do na my car so is so fe ya Brandon e feel a day qualify Airbnb numbers you go home. Within mo partner do apartment. We need help ya. We free apartment na wo call room bi baby a wo ko bia no. Car no do be free apartment was hard work station bi a wo ko bia mo for car and san ye no wi FAE pa. Aduane be na wo pe ye yini partner ho. Ye no aduane se beto. Wa aduane a wo pe kwabana ni meniska can dey open no ama or prepare very well ma onu atonbo ase mo di kama hohoro ni emu nyina dey ama wo sorry an se ye clean no dem ye befia feel a day glorify Airbnb the best place for you. My name is Evangelist Michael Entry so for catch ni or meet or we shall meet again